back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Priyanka. I create makeup and lifestyle videos. I usually talk about luxury makeup products, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my top 5 high coverage foundations. I have done this in the past, I think about last year sometime, but that included some affordable products as well. But this one is going to be exclusively luxury or high end. You could say it's not really luxury, it's pretty much high end. So yeah, because I've been using a lot of foundations in the recent past, I feel like my list has altered a little bit, so which is why I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm going to keep this video very nice and quick. I actually wanted to add some b-rolls. I'm not sure if I will be. If I do, then you will see it. And yeah, so let's just get started. Some things don't change, right? So this has been one of my favorites for a long time. It is the MAC Studio Fix. I have it in the shade NC45. This has been one of my favorites for quite some time, and you guys know, if you've watched my other videos, you guys know how much I love this foundation. It is my ride or die. I really love it. It is something that I always have in my collection. If I run out of it, I go ahead and buy it because it is my go-to foundation. If I have to go somewhere, this is the foundation that I reach for most of the time. Off late it has been changing, but it is like my fallback foundation. So this is the updated packaging. I'm not sure if the last time I did it I had this packaging. This is what the outer packaging looks like, and this is what the inner packaging looks like. It still does not come with a pump. It still comes with this open dispenser. I have never purchased a MAC pump actually. The reason I like this foundation is because it's so reliable. The formulation is so consistent. It just never clogs your pores. It's non-comedogenic, and I don't know, it just blends out so easily, and it just gives you that flawless finish, and I absolutely love it. It doesn't budge even if you sweat. It doesn't budge even if you use any other products with it, and it smells like spirit. It smells like spirit. I would not say it does not have a fragrance, but it smells like fresh spirit, that you use, which is very clinical kind of smell. So I really like that. I don't mind it. It comes with an SPF 15, but I never felt like it gives me any flashback or anything. Even if I've been using this for quite some time, so whenever I go out pubbing as well, I do use this. I've never really faced any kind of flashback with this. So this has been my ride or die, and it will be every time I create a foundation video. I think this is going to be in that. There was one time I used this and I felt like it was a little too drying, I think in one of my videos, but I think that was more to do with my skin around that time or the weather around that time. But otherwise it has been my most reliable foundation. I think the price also has been updated for this one. It retails for about 2,900 rupees. It used to be 2,700 rupees. That was probably until last, but right now it retails for around 2,900 rupees. You can buy it on Nykaa. You cannot buy it on Sephora, but I'm not sure. I think they have launched it on Sephora recently. I'm not too sure. I have to go back and check that. But you can buy it on Nykaa. You can buy it on Borders. You can buy it on Myntra. You can buy it on Shoppers Stop. You can buy it on Hawk Makeup. I'm not too sure. But yeah, there are plenty of ways you can buy it. You can buy it from their official site, where they always have some good offers, so you can get this at a good deal. And also, if you know, do not throw away the bottle. You can always go and return it at the MAC store for a free lipstick when you have 6 empty bottles of anything. So yeah, that is my first foundation. This is the Studio Fix liquid foundation. Of course, it had to be in my list. Second foundation in my list is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. This is what the inner packaging looks like. This one comes in 2 different finishes. One is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation, and one is the Dior Forever Glow Foundation, or Skin Glow or something it's called. I haven't tried that, but I have tried this. I have it in the shade 4.5W. Let's see, it is a 24-hour wear high perfection skin caring foundation. It is the most high coverage foundation I've ever used. I absolutely love it, and it is so easy to use, so easy to blend out. I know in my previous videos or in my Instagram I have mentioned that if I get married, whenever that is, I will be using this foundation if I do my own makeup. Or if you have seen my intimate wedding makeup look video, you will see that I have used this foundation in that. It's absolutely amazing. I will link that video up here. Do go check it out. It is a great foundation. It's so easy to wear. The reason I like this is the skin texture appears really flawless after I've applied it. It's like I almost have no pores. Whether I've used a primer or not, this one gives me that really blurred effect, so I don't have to use a powder to actually set my face, which I really love. And it works really well with any of my other products, which is what I always look for in a foundation, how it is performing with other products. And this one does really great. Like, unlike other high coverage foundations that can be a little difficult to work with, this one is quite the opposite. It's so easy to work with. Even if you go overboard, it can really blend into your skin. Absolutely love it. The shade range is really good, and the great thing is that this one is available on Nykaa. You can go check them out. Absolutely love it. It is definitely worth the price. This one retails for about 4,300 rupees, but it's definitely worth the price, and a little goes a really long way. You do not need a lot of product, and it has quickly become one of my favorites. They have a concealer also in this Dior Forever skin perfecting concealer, which I have been wanting to try, but it is always out of stock on Nykaa. I have been meaning to buy it. I will probably buy it soon, but I definitely want to try that concealer. That's the second one on my list, Dior Forever Matte Foundation in the shade 4.5W. Next foundation that I want to talk about is the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. Is that what it's called? Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Although it says natural, it is a very high coverage foundation. This is what the packaging looks like, and this is what the inner packaging looks like. I'm sure a lot of people know it. This one is actually the exact copy, or exact this is the exact packaging of the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation as well. That one's not a high coverage foundation. This is in the shade Tahoe. I actually am not a big fan of this shade. I thought it matched me, but it is a little too light on me. Can make it work for me by using a good bronzer and all of that. I could use it in the centers, but I am not a fan of this shade. I have used this, I like it, but I would prefer it in one shade darker. But this is a great foundation. It feels runny like a luminous foundation, or a natural foundation, but it gives you great coverage. It's very buildable. You can actually use a little bit and get a sheer coverage out of it, but you can build it up and get like a full coverage out of it. I know that the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, it's called Sheer Glow because the glow is sheer, but it is also a full coverage foundation. I haven't tried that. I would definitely want to try it, but this one is definitely one of my favorites, and I would definitely recommend this. If you have the budget for it, you should get your hands on this one. That's the third one on my list, the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. This one retails for about 40 pounds on Cult Beauty, and Cult Beauty ships to India. You can definitely check them out. I think after deduction of India taxes, it comes down to about 32 pounds, and then when it ships to India, you can pay the taxes over here. The next foundation on my list, if you haven't guessed already, is the Hourglass Vanish Liquid Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. I think I also mentioned this in my 2020 favorites. I will link that video up here. It is a very expensive buy, but it has been definitely worth it. It is my, I don't know, it is my guilty indulgence or my guilty pleasure kind of thing, because it's so expensive, and then every time I wear it I feel so good because it is so good. And I'm not saying it is good because it's expensive, but it definitely feels like it's worth the buck. And this is what the inner packaging looks like. It looks so luxe. It comes in this what is the word, this frost packaging with this brown, typical hourglass brown, and comes with a pump. It is quite a runny foundation, and for a runny foundation like this, the coverage that it gives is immaculate. I was stunned when I saw this, and it is so easy to use. You are someone who is not good at makeup, but you want that flawless finish, this is your go-to, because it's so easy to use, but it gives you that very nice and done finished, like you've got yourself done at a professional's hand or something. That's the finish it gives, because whenever I wear it, I feel like, did I do this makeup? That's exactly how I feel when I wear this foundation. The first time I wore this foundation was on my birthday last year, and I felt so good about myself that day. So yeah, if this is something that's in your budget, you definitely should check them out. I haven't tried the Hourglass stick foundation, but personally I feel like I'm not a fan of cream foundations or stick foundations. I am actually waiting to get my hands on the stick foundation because I have ordered it and it has to come from the US. So I'm waiting for that. I will definitely let you know what my thoughts are on that. But until then, this is one of my favorites. The Hourglass foundation retails for about 3,850 rupees. The Hourglass official site actually ships to India, but you can also get this on Cult Beauty. So overall, on the whole, this might cost you around 5,000 rupees, which is how much I paid for it. So yeah, if you can get your hands on this, then definitely get your hands on this, because this one is the fourth one on my list, in no particular order of course, but this is the next foundation that I wanted to talk about. One of the best high coverage foundations I've ever tried so far. And the last one on my list, because this is a top 5 video, this is not the last one, but this is one of my most favorites, if you haven't guessed already, is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I'm so glad that this is now available on Nykaa and you guys can actually get your hands on this. This is probably the most luxurious looking foundation I've ever owned. I really love the rose gold top. I like this CT engraving on it, and I like this embossed text on it. It's so gorgeous, simply gorgeous. And also this frost bottle, it is the most amazing looking foundation. Apart from all the good looks, it performs just as great, or even better for that matter. It is definitely worth the money. It says stays all day and night, and it definitely does. It is a very high coverage foundation. I love the pump on this one. It is so good, and it is so high coverage. You will not see any of this kind of texture seeping through as well, which is great. And a little really goes a long way. Among these two, I think I would prefer this one over this one. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This foundation is not as runny as the NARS or the Hourglass one. It is pretty thick, but not as thick as the Huda Beauty foundation. It is a little thick, and it is a little thicker than the MAC Studio Fix foundation, but it blends out really well. I would definitely recommend using this with a brush, because a little goes a long way. If you use it with a beauty sponge, then you might be lifting a lot of product. But yeah, this whole video is about high coverage foundations, which is why this is one of my top 5 foundations. You can get your hands on this from Nykaa. I think it retails for about 4,000 rupees, and it'll be one of the best investments you've ever made. This one does have a slight fragrance to it, like all other Charlotte Tilbury products, but it does not smell awful, or it doesn't linger around the whole day. It just, as in when you're applying it, you can smell it, but it's a very pleasant smell. It's not off-putting or anything. I really like that. So yeah, if that is something that you do not have a problem with, then this is definitely something you should look out for. So that's the 5th one on my list, in not in that order, but that's one of my top 5 foundations, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundations. I bought this on Cult Beauty, but I think within a month of me purchasing this, they had launched on Nykaa, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, what are my top 5 favorite full coverage foundations that I have tried in the recent past. Of course, my MAC Studio Fix has been a staple. I think that's the only high-end product, or even this one is a high-end product. The rest are all luxury products. So yeah, if you can get your hands on these products, then nothing like it. Those are my top 5 foundations. Let me know what other products you would like to see in my top 5 videos. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you like this video, or if this video was helpful, do give it a thumbs up, and let me know what other products you would like to see on my channel. And yeah, that's it for this video. I will see you guys in another video pretty soon. Bye.